Welcome to Let's Make a Game Platformer, episode 41. In this episode, I'd like to start working on a level editor. So something that the player of the game can, instead of starting a new game, can decide to actually edit a level and then play it, or you can download the level from someone else, from a friend, or whatever, whichever way, maybe a website. Anyway, there's one small change I've done is that I've increased the font size here because there were a couple of people were complaining that font size is too small to actually be able to read anything on YouTube. So this is one of the changes that I did. Okay, so now let's get back to the actual work, which is introducing the level editor. First of all, in the main menu, I have to add a button, which will basically say editor or open editor. Okay, let's rename the new game button and a new button here, editor button, text button, editor, level editor. Style. Editor button, add listener. Similarly to the new game, we'll have clicked and send level editor requested. So I have to create this event and table add editor button, the call span of 2. Okay, so in the same package where we have new game requested, we'll have level editor requested. And in the same place where we are actually listening for the new game requested, so in the game state switcher, we'll have receive event level editor requested. Current state start level editor. Okay, so that part is done. Now, in Platformer, I will have to have a. Maybe let's start from the beginning. We have a gameplay context. So gameplay is just only for playing, but the thing is that we're going to be sharing a couple of those systems between gameplay and the editor. For example, all the rendering will be done using the stuff that we already done, so there's no reason to duplicate it. That's why I'll have 3 different profiles. It will be editor, gameplay, and game screen. Where gameplay is going to be whenever you play, whenever the gameplay context will have gameplay and game screen, and editor will have gameplay and editor will have editor and gameplay, and all the stuff that we want to have only exclusive to either gameplay will have a maybe let me just type it here, a comment. So new game will use a gameplay context with profiles game screen and gameplay, add level editor, we'll use a editor context with profiles game screen and editor, and then systems that want to exist for both will require game screen profile. Systems that should exist only in level editor use editor profile, and systems that should exist only in game use gameplay. Maybe I should say here editor context and gameplay context. Okay, use game screen and editor, game screen and gameplay. Okay, so basically everything that we at the moment have that is called gameplay should actually be a game screen, and then we'll subtract those that we don't need in the editor by removing it. So we'll go to find and replace in path gameplay. I want to replace it with game screen. Find, replace all files. Okay, this should be gameplay still. Okay, so we have a plan for this. So I'll add a new context here, which is going to be private editor context. And the thing is, I don't want to always load it at the start. I will only load it the first time it actually editor is requested, because usually players will be just playing the game rather than editing levels. So this is going to be lazily loaded. So I'll create here a method. Context. Create editor context. Collection of URL to scan. And let's go with the same start as gameplay. Okay, so this is a game screen and gameplay, the gameplay context. This one has a game screen and editor context. We still need game loop, or do we? Not really. We need renderer, we need entity manager, need this, shape provider, yes. Preferred manager, events, yes. Index manager, yes. Time, possibly not. Stage UI, yes, we'll be using a lot of UI. AI is not needed. Delay actions, probably not. Entity spawner, probably yes. Events, yes. Additional provide systems in editor context. Editor active profiles, and this is going to be editor context. Okay, so we have this. Now should show menu. I have to change it because it now has to have 3 states: either show menu, either show gameplay, or show editor context. So in here I'll have an enum. screen, let's call it. We'll have menu, gameplay, editor, and it will return screen, and the name should be renamed get used screen. The implementation of this is going to return screen, and current state. In here it will have a state. It has to be state from game state. So game state screen. Okay, showing menu will have a screen, main menu, new game will have a screen, gameplay, level editor will have a screen, editor, and playing the game will have a screen, gameplay. Okay, this is fine. Okay, now here, used screen. If used screen equals screen main menu, and we do this part. Else if used screen is screen gameplay, we do this part. Else now we have to lazily initialize it, so we check that the editor context. If editor context is null, we do editor context equals create editor context, and we have to have URLs to scan. So I have to make this into a field so that I can pass it here as well. URLs to scan. And let's just copy this for now. This will probably require a lot of adjusting once we know what's going to be in the context. But for the time being, let's just take the base stuff. Okay. So that's it. Let me make sure that the game is still working. Okay, I have to add a row there. But let's see. Yep, everything seems to be working just fine. AI is working and everything. Okay, let me fix the fact that row is missing. Where did I use it here? Okay, so after this, I'll do table row. So now it should be in the next line, the button. Okay, there is no spacing, but it's going to be added in a moment. Okay, so what happens when I do level editor? I get time manager is required by stage UI system, so I do need time. So now the next couple of minutes are probably spent figuring out what actually is still needed. So I need time. I need delay manager, which is needed by move activator system. Okay, so move activator system is probably something that is not needed for editor. So this has to be gameplay only. Now I'll probably have to go through like almost every system to make sure that I need them. Actually, I can go through them. Yeah, okay, let me go through them quickly. Do I need audio? Not really. I can use the one that is in the context to play background music. Block texture atlas creator, I do need it. Level entity system, loading level, probably not. I'll have to write a separate one for this. Level system, probably not. Player death, no, we are not playing. Player spawn, no, we will not be spawning the player in editor. We will not be activating stuff by hitbox. There isn't gonna be any combat. There isn't gonna be AI moving. There's no activating. There is no collecting of stuff. Oh, I was actually missing here. Okay, combat. There is no combat. Controls. Probably not. At least not those using this approach where we're modifying, activating, or we have other controls for doing stuff with keyboard and editor, but not gameplay. There's no factions. There is no health system. There is no hitbox overlapping. There is no gravity. Stuff will not be falling during editing. There is no collisions. There is no physics. There is no platform collisions. This is moving of the platform. There is no moving of the platforms. Exiting. There is no exiting level. There is no scoring. There is no signals being sent or received. There is no relaying of signals. There is no spawning on the signals or moving on the signals. There is no hitbox overlaps. There's no activating stuff. Almost finished. Entity spawner, no. Or is there? I think there might have to be. Spawn entity system on a hitbox overlap, no. Model translate system. This is moving stuff. Nope, no moving of stuff. Not here. Player, there is no player. And the rendering, I believe, will have to exist. Maybe the gameplay UI is something like needed, the score and lives and stuff like that. This is going to be needed. Platform making, entity rendering type. Okay, let me try running this. I just want to get to the state where I'll have an empty blue screen whenever I do a level editor. Delay manager is needed by gameplay state system. Huh. Why does it need time? Ah, for fading out. But I don't need this one, I believe, or do I? I do not need this one. This is only for gameplay. There's no player death. Okay. Game loop by entity manager. Okay, so I will need the game loop. Game loop. Okay, close enough, almost there. Physics engine is not in the editor. We'll have this, we'll have UI, we'll have rendering engine, so everything else. I think that should be it. Let's double check. Okay, still not there. The rendering entity is, I will have to create a separate entity, rendering entity for the level editor. So let me create here. Let me create here package editor, and in that package I'll have editor rendering entity provider. It's going to be an editor. And let's say that setup rendering camera will be setting the camera at result x equals 0, float result y equals 0. Okay, let me check if that's going to work. Okay, so we got an empty blue screen for editor. Awesome. Okay, that's it for this setup episode. Make sure to like it and subscribe my channel. You can also follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description as always. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.